Hi everyone. I'd like to provide you a brief overview of the class for biological anthropology. You notice that the course ticket number here does not apply to you. This is just an example. When you open the Canvas page, you'll come to the home page, which is the welcome page. I've provided a very short description of what you will see in the class and sort of my philosophy as well. The announcements page is where you'll have any recent announcements, but you'll also see that on the home page. It will come up right up at the top, and they will likely be emailed to you as well. Going to the syllabus tab, you'll see that I've provided detailed information on the learning objectives, student responsibilities, course requirements, which include multiple choice quizzes, discussion participation, and exams. So these are the core of what you're going to be doing in this class. I've also provided some technical information, my expectations in terms of work quality, academic honesty, attendance, and again some technical information for the course. I've also provided a course grading which gives a profile of the type of student that would receive an A, a B, or a C. Just to note, most of my grades that I'm giving out per semester are A's and B's. I've also provided some links for students with disabilities and a link to the a phone number for the Learning Disability Center. Please don't hesitate to email me if you have any questions about this, as I am very much supportive of students with disabilities so that they can have an equal access to learning. And having a child with anxiety disorder and another with ADHD, I know that these can impact a student's ability to do well in a class, so please don't hesitate to contact me. I've also provided information on extra credit and my viewpoint on the scientific method and science viewpoint, and this is specifically regarding how I conduct the class. So it's important to note that though you may have different belief system that does not uphold the theory of natural selection, in this class, answers to questions are going to be based on those that I have in my lecture and any other assignments that I've provided, not based on your personal preference. Okay, so I want to make sure that's clear. I've also provided an outline of the assignment schedule for the next 8 weeks. Again, these dates will change based on your semester. The topics are the same. Okay, well, let's move on to another point in the module. We'll move to the modules next. In the modules section, you'll see various modules going from section 1 all the way to section 8, and below we have extra credit information. So at the top, we'll start with the Start Here module. In this one, you'll find a welcome video and a Getting to Know You survey. This is your first opportunity for extra credit, by the way. This information will help me to get to know who you are, as well as you in getting to know some of your fellow students. In the Course Information tab, you'll see my office hour Zoom link and email. This will give you the link to see me on certain days and certain times of the week. These vary per semester, so you want to make sure you click on that to get the right day and time. I also provide a weekly schedule example video that will give you some ideas about how to make a schedule that works for you in this class. I know many of you work as well as having a family, so this will hopefully give you some better guidelines to keep you on track. You'll find a rubric for the discussion posts my requirements for each of those levels. So 15 to 13 points out of 15. That is in here and will tell you exactly what I'm looking for. There's an example of discussion post tips I give, and an example of the discussion posts themselves. So you have a better idea of what I'm looking for in terms of quality of the posts. I'm just going to show you that really quick because that's an important feature. I normally require at least 4 paragraphs for a first discussion response. In this one, you see that the student has applied several pieces of information from the reading. So we have one from the TED Talk, we have one from the article and the lecture, so a bit of everything. It's really important to include information from the various assignments into your post because it shows me, 1, that you've read the material, and 2, that you understand the material. You can also see how to take screenshots for error messages. This is important because if you find you have a technical issue when you're taking a quiz, or more importantly taking the exams, you must take a screenshot of that error message within 10 minutes of receiving it and email it to me within those 10 minutes. This will allow me to determine later on, if need be, whether or not this issue could have been avoided, or if it's something that is related to Canvas, and I can allow you then to make up the work. I provide a link for student resources as well, and an optional use online textbook. This is in addition to the reading you're going to do. This is supplemental. This is not required, and it may help those of you that need more information on certain topics of the class. Once you get to section 1, you'll see that the first tab says Start Here for section 1. The dates will change according to your semester, of course. In this tab, you will see a short video where I kind of go over what's required, as well as talk a little bit about some of the important features. And these are mainly going to be under this section here called Learning Objectives. Here you will learn what are the most important features for that week for these topics. So make sure that you're looking for those, and make sure that these become the focus of your note-taking. These will become very important when you get to your exams and quizzes, where you are allowed to use open notes. As I said, each of these lectures, articles, audio, or video will be accessible here, and then particularly for that time frame. They will still be open after the due date. The due date is mainly for the quizzes and the exams. So you'll see here that the quiz here is going to be due at the last day of this week, listed here. The quizzes are provided for 9 days. They will be available. So you can click on this and take the quiz up to 2 times. After the first attempt, it will show you what you've got right and what you've got wrong. And you will be allowed to go back in and retake the quiz to make sure that you get the maximum points possible. The class continues in that way per section, but if at any time you have any questions, please do take a screenshot of the topic you have, whether it's a question on the quiz or something related to the lectures, and email it to me with your question. I'd be happy to answer it that way, or you can drop in during my Zoom office hours. I hope this has been helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in class. Bye-bye.